here somewhere, and oh, he's asleep, and so happy to have her. How many of you remember Pastor Russell Taylor used to pastor the Mount Vernon Church, and he used to pastor in Fort Valley. He's in Memphis. I got a letter from him the other day. He's been a sick man, and his question was to me to ask this church to take a love offering. Now, we ain't going to do that. We're going to send him a gift. But he pastored in this town, and members of Mount Vernon and all over. Russell Taylor help you. You ought to want to do something for him. He's the kind of man he would never ask until he needs it. And I've discovered something about black people. They will use you up in church, and when you get where you can't help yourself, they can tell you to go on where you're going. And don't you mistreat these old preachers. I don't care what you say they ain't done. You leave them alone. Now, I'm big enough to tell all churches that. See, I ain't worried about y'all bothering me. Ain't nothing y'all can do to me. See, the Lord takes care of me. But a lot of these preachers gave their lives. You didn't pay them nothing. You didn't give them nothing. They get sick. They get down. They can't do for themselves. And you throw them away. See, I know if I keep living, if I just keep a few more moons, my whole head is going to turn white. And I ain't going to be able to do some of the things I do now. And y'all going to be looking for a name. Amen. See, I'm going to be here till he tells me to leave, whether you like it or whether you don't like it. But Brother Taylor is in need. And I want all of his former members, all of his friends, to do something for him. Now, if you want to send a gift to Memphis, we have the address here. If you would like for me to send it, I'll send it to you. Former pastor of the Mount Vernon Baptist Church, and I forget the name of the church, Brother Barnes. He pastored in Oak Grove in Fort Valley, right? Yes. And he has been mighty ill. Mighty ill. I'm not asking you anything for myself, but Pastor R.S. Taylor, and I guess the Lord laid him on me on his heart, and he wrote asking that we would just do something to help. Now, a lot of those old ministers didn't have kind of insurances that they should have had. They relied on the Lord, and but you see, we got to also rely on people. And he's sickly, can't do for himself. So I know throughout Macon and Mill, Georgia, you want to do something for Pastor R.S. Taylor. If you so desire to send your contributions here at Macedonia, you may do that. Now y'all mighty quiet, but what I said is the truth. Amen. And there are some other pastors getting old. And it's a strange how some folk, they always hang around the back of the church. Us need another pastor. No, treat the one you got right. Amen. Amen. And now y'all can look at me mean all you want. Now I want to preach a little bit.